Hello, everyone. Welcome. How are we? Hope we're good. It's Wednesday, which means we've had the start of a week. It's been great already. We've had lots of things happening, lots of things to talk about. As you can see, the boys have decided to decorate my office. So we've got stuff everywhere. They've done a great job. They've made it very, very Christmassy. It's not. We'll have to work out whether I get a little Christmas tree in here or not. But I think they've already started doing a cracking job. There's a couple of pictures that don't look like rockets in the background. One actually, I want to show you this one right before we get started. I want to show you this one because right now we know youngest Jameson is a fan of drawing a rocket, right? But this is actually pretty good. Like, that is really, really good. That's not a rocket. Like, that's everything in proportion. I mean, it has got a massive cock as well. So, swings and roundabouts, right? Evening. How are we? Yes, so updates on Eldest Jameson. So Eldest Jameson, right? Looks like a vampire pig. It does. Like, you know what? Here's the thing, right? That could be. Like, I could see a cartoon series of that. I don't know why, but it's a thing. So. He's there. He's just doodling away, doing his things, just like, you know. So quick update then on where we are in real world stuff. Okay, so Eldest Jameson obviously came down, did the stream the other night, 162, somehow managed to end up on 90-minute highlights or whatever. So he had a brilliant time. So of course we hope Eldest Jameson gets better soon. He's not been very well. He did his nativity play on Tuesday, yesterday. So myself and Mrs. J went to watch, and he looked amazing, right? So he's this thing called Holly Hologram. So he's got this massive, like, sort of big box, sort of suit for himself to wear, and he's got like a little hat and that, and he's essentially like a fancy narrator, right? So he's got loads of lines to read, and he's really, really enjoying it. Really looks forward to it, and by all accounts, he's been doing fantastic in rehearsals, and like obviously then the first performance. Turned up yesterday to watch him, and I don't know whether everything just got a bit too much for him, or whether it's the fact that he could see us, or the fact that he was still a bit ill. Maybe he was, thinking about Larisa, possibly. So he came on stage, straight on stage, bounded on, smashed out his first three lines, and then just froze. And then he started crying a little bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is like, oh, poor lad. And then so he walks off, and then they do his lines and that. He goes back on again, tries to go again. He's like, and I was like, oh, right, okay. He's clearly not well, right? So I sort of come down from my seat. I go down and sit with him and that. And I'm sort of got him on my knee, and I'm like, "Do you want me to read the lines with you, and we'll do it together?" And we were going to do it. And I was ready to go, and he was like, "No, I'm not doing it." I was like, "Well, I'm not reading them. I should have read them, to be honest. I should have smashed the shit out of that nativity play, and got myself booked back in." But no. So unfortunately, Eldest Jameson's still not very well, to be honest. I think is the fair assessment of it, and hopefully he'll get better soon. So he's just a bit hangy, I think. But he's got another performance tomorrow, so hopefully he'll do well tomorrow. And I think he's looking forward to it. Like, I think he was a bit good with himself about it. But I just think it's one of those things. He's just a bit like, here's where we are. But yes, he is still, of course, the best manager in the household. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe he's just given up on acting now, because he's like, well, I'm just going to be a football manager instead. So that's what we'll do. Would have been a billable gig as well if he had done it. Exactly, yeah. Well, I don't think he was getting paid, though. That's the problem. So, Tomo, I mean, if he was, I'd have invoiced for it and been like, right, so I did the show. Yes, you did. You can do the show today, but you said lots of expletives. And who is Denise Van Houten? And why did you go on that long 3-hour monologue about that? It just seemed out of place. But hey ho, bag of Haribo, please. Yeah. Oh yeah. Haribo makes the world go round. So that's where we are with that one then. So fortunately, he's going to get better. He's going to get better. And so tonight, of course, the football manager that ruined Christmas, a Tony Jameson story. I like that. That's a great one. Hope you well, Tomo. But should say hello, everyone, by the way. I feel like I've just sort of bounded straight in and been like, oh, hey, here's the thing, and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, like very, very brazenly presuming that everyone's here to hear my stories. You've all brought your own stories as well, right? You did bring stories? Yeah, you did bring stories? Good. Evening, Rugio. Evening, Tomo. Evening, Luffy. Evening, Dan FM. Jogo Benito's here. Zeep is in, of course. Well, Clue's in. Addy Blades is here. Zar, of course, we are going up finally, eventually, for sure, some point. George's back off to watch the Jungle Nonsense. Martin's in as well. So a pleasure to have you all in here. Of course, anyone else who is just chilling in the background, feel free. It's a pretty chilled out vibe around here. There's only me that gets wound up, to be honest. And yeah, we've got one more match before the January transfer window opens, and we'll hopefully win that, because then we'll keep ourselves top of the table. And that'll be amazing. To go into January, top of the table will be madness. Even Johnny D, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. Nice to see you. It has been a while. Hasn't it? Evening to you, Sigurd. Just rewatched Schmeichel's one-handed catch. Did not know he didn't mean to do it. I mean, that's the thing with Schmeichel, isn't it? Like, I think it's at least he's honest that he says he didn't mean to do it, but it's still an incredible save. Look at this! What a surprise! Asteras Tripoli interview unsuccessful. Who'd have thought after we decided to turn up and basically go, like, we properly Billy Big Bollocksed it, and we were pretty arsey in the interview. Unsurprising that they didn't want to give us the job. But Jordi Cruyff is the new manager, so there you go. Interesting. Not that we were in the mood for going anyway, so that's good. Actually, we can now stay where we are. Andres and Joe is still an option. I say still an option. We've got no money, but wasn't the attitude of the interview. It's just bants. Yeah, to be fair, we basically went in with a bit of a David Brent feet up on the desk sort of thing. Like, so you want to hire the James Meister Brent, do you? James Meister General? Okay, let's hear it. And yeah, they weren't massively fussed. We've got the pen and paper out again, of course. Big pad problems. So I suppose before we get started, right, this is what we currently have as our situation. So financially, we are, I believe the correct term is struggling. We may have to offload players because we're £2,000 over budget. We have no transfer kitty at all. We do have two players coming in though. So we've signed Radelik, who is a 6'7" centre back with jumping reach of 20. So brought him in. He can't run. He's got no pace, but like we might play him as an enganche possibly if we have to. So he's coming in, and Kostas Rukanakis is another is just a midfielder, to be honest, who might come in and be an extra body, because we are starting to notice that we're not getting enough rotation in the side, and therefore we probably need to bring a few more players in. So it's mainly going to be loans, I would imagine, in January, but we still probably need to look at positions as well as to where we need to replace players. So we might be able to sort of like register some players from the youth academy who, again, we haven't registered at the start of the season, so that will help us out with numbers. So in a sense, we can possibly kind of like bypass that completely and go with, well, you know, let's just go with what we've got and see if that's enough, or whether we look at that and go, well, actually, no, we do probably need to bring some players in, to be honest. So once we finish this match, we'll be able to have a look at the team and go, right, where are we strengthening? What do we still need? Obviously, injuries to Liavias, he's back in a couple of days, so maybe put him on the bench just for the sake of the fact that he can be on the bench. Jonathan Asp Jensen is technically back, maybe. Petralis is upset because he's playing in a weakened role, which is weird because he wants to be a ball-winning midfielder, and that's where he's playing, and he's now upset about that because that's what footballers do, because footballers are dicks, as we know. Ottoman we're going to bring out for. Actually, we're not. We're going to keep Ottoman in there because we need the win. We need the win. Plus 8 goals in 19 games for Ottoman as well is very, very good. Delijanidis is on the bench, as is Liavias, of course, as we say, is injured. So I think we go with it, because obviously Kunteritos is the only other player we can really put in. Actually, we probably should do that, just because of the fact that he's not particularly fresh. So let's do that. Go for it. It'd be funny if you told me you're not working today. I'd be like, fine, yeah. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. So did you have a day off today, Luffy? Is that the reference there? Is it? I'll dial in. I'll dial in a second. So we are wearing white at this point, as Salou brings the ball through. Kunteritis. Obviously, we've got an issue with our young lads who we've signed from Generation Foot. They don't want new contracts just yet. Doumbia does not want a new contract. He's out of contract at the end of the season. Salou is out of contract at the end of the season. Doesn't want a new contract. Dieng doesn't want a new contract. You're put in front of the players, don't be happy. Got you. Joga Benito, sometimes superior reflexes can help a goalkeeper avoid conceding goals, otherwise certain goals. We're talking about Schmeichel. Save here, of course. Peter was amazing, one of a kind, giant goalkeepers, built like a wardrobe, and not meant to be so agile and fast. Certain contender for GOAT goalkeeper. Well, 100%. He was originally, he played handball, wasn't he? That was his sport, and that's why when he did that sort of the spread, that's a handball technique, and it looked really alien in football at first. No one was really doing that apart from Schmeichel. So, and I think that's obviously part of his distribution was down to that as well. So he absolutely needs to be in the GOAT conversation for greatest goalkeeper of all time. And for what did Man United pay for him? About 300 grand or something. I mean, that's a bargain. That's an absolute bargain bit of business. Oh, Demircan volleys the ball into the floor, makes it 1-0, 7 minutes in, 8 minutes technically if you want to round up. Jean cuts it back. Doumbia somehow drills off the defender, but Demircan, he's been a handy little signing, hasn't he? He's come in on loan from Bayern Munich 2, and he seems to be having a lot of fun here. So that keeps us top for now. 4 points clear of Ajalio, who don't look like they're playing just yet, are they? Oh, yes, they are. Yeah, they're 0-0 at the minute. So 4 points so far. I always remember doing that giant star jump spready thing and Gullit just heading the ball under him. Yes. Did you see, speaking of goalkeepers actually, and different sports, did you see Petr Cech made his, Petr Cech made his ice hockey debut the other day. That was pretty cool. Playing in the, is he playing in the Elite League or is he playing in the National League? But I thought it was pretty cool, to be honest. Consider adding a contract extension in future negotiations. You can have 3 years max. Yeah, you can do, Joga, but if they're not going to come to the table in the first place, that doesn't really matter, does it? I think what they're doing is they're waiting to see if we get promoted. And if we get promoted, then they'll stay. You know, Ottoman, however, was convinced he was leaving. And then in the summer decided he'd sign an extension. So I'm not massively worried just yet. I think if we come to the end of the season and we've started to drop down to fourth, then I'll be like, yeah, we're going to lose these guys on a free transfer. But I would like to think that if we get promoted, we've got a good conversation. We can have a conversation with them and be like, hey, like, come on, you know, what are you reckoning? Do you want to stay? Can we do something here? Like, and I think that might be a conversation to have. So we'll see. Tier 3 hockey, is it? Okay, I've given him, like, I've raised him up through the ranks there, haven't I? Is he playing in the NHL? No, Tony's not. No. All right, okay. Sunday League ice hockey. Is it Belfast he's at? Oh, Super Mario with a foul, I reckon, there, but we've won the ball back. Play on. Salou. Oof. Deflected wide. Oxford. Oh, Tory Petr Cech, eh? I guess you've been at Chelsea, haven't you? Yeah. So I think what we can establish from here is I've just guessed at all of those facts. Because I was like, he's in the Elite League at Belfast. No, he's in the 3rd Division at Oxford, Tony. Close. Close enough. Dieng. 2-0. Gets his head on it. That's what you want. Proper good set-piece ball. He's in the league. We know that much. Yeah, he's in the sport. He's in the sport somewhere. He's paid his registration, so therefore he can now be classed as an ice hockey player. Clue, 4-2 up at half-time. Second tier Portugal. Got a red card, 55 minutes. Gave up 2 goals, settled for a draw. Hey, if you're 4-2 up, Clue, you've obviously been in this stream long enough to go, take a point. Take a point. Demichan over the top there. Wiki's wrong, seeing an article about being at the Belfast in the Elite League. Hang on, what? No, surely not Zeep. We can't be in a world where I'm right. Surely. Did I just do something correct? Also, by the way, Zeep, your Lampwick Major jersey is amazing. By the way, if you've not seen it, have a look in the Discord in the kit corner section, because it is elite. Lantwit's version of Jurassic Park is stunning. Absolutely stunning. I think you've scored a winner there. Speaking of ice hockey, I can't believe that kid in Nottingham. Yeah, it was horrible, wasn't it? It's such like a freak accident as well as to what's happened, and then horrific consequences at the end, sadly. And of course, thoughts with the family, with the team, with the hockey community. It's really sad, really sad. Traore with a great effort there. That's why we looked at Traore, wasn't it? Superb stuff. None of the promotional stuff ever mentions the thing on the inside of it. Sometimes you need to keep a little surprise though, don't you? That's the thing. Keep a surprise there. I think we can bring Jensen on as well. Ask Jensen, see if he can come on. Just try bits and bobs out. Evening, Monaret. How are we? Hope you're well. Season is going good, I think. We're still at this point, as we have the January transfer window in 2 days' time or 3 days' time. We're still top of the league. It's a bit weird. We've got players who need a rest, so we're going to try and bring some players on loan because we've got no money. So if we can, then we might be able to stay the course. Doumbia makes it 3-1. That's what we need. Doumbia, my lord. And we need to tie him down at the end of the season. He's going to wait until we're promoted, I think. And then we give him all the money, all the years on the contract, and say, right, come on, you're taking the club forward. Right. Be the guy. Here comes Doumbia again. If he leaves next season, it could be a real struggle. It could be, but I think we could. But I also think that we've got a chance to bring some elite level players in, because we're going to be in a situation where we're in the top division. Like, so say we do get to the top division, we should be able to bring better players in on loan. I think while we're in League 2, bringing loan players in is going to be a bit of a stretch, and we're going to have to take punts on players like Doumbia, players like Saliu, players like Dieng that we can theoretically get some money for if they stay long enough, that is. And then that's going to have to be the model when we get into League 1, into the Super League as well. Super League 1 is the model of bringing young players and sell them off. Hopefully sell them into the Greek leagues. We don't want to sell them out the division, but or if they do go, then we have to reinvest all that money back in Greek players. So 3-1 win. We'll take that. Final match of the 24. The final match of 2025. We're 2 games, 2 points clear. Demirich hands out for 5 weeks. That's not handy, is it? That's not great, in fact, because he's been playing really well indeed. Players that are jaded, Doomba, Dieng, yeah, both need a bit of a rest, I think. Loans are the key to help progress for the Super League. 100%. Until we've got a bit of money, like, then we'll be fine. Like, we're going to have to rely on loans. This season we've managed to just about get ourselves shuffled around, where the free transfers have sort of offset the players that have left, essentially. Okay, so we've now lost our under-19s assistant manager. Brilliant. Okay, away he goes then. So he's off to build up Salonika. Even being a child, nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're good. So 2-week mid-season break. That's good. Let everyone go and also a week's break. Let them go and rest up, chill themselves out a bit. So let's ignore that. Play beneficiaries of the mentoring group, Doumbia, Our Hammer. Club atmosphere, club support is very good. Nice, we like that. Georgides, look at that. 15 and 13 for scouting. Wow. I think he's I don't know if we've actually got enough room in our setup to bring him in, but we'll see. First priority is selling players within Greece. However, no. Well, look, we won't be entertaining bids from out there, to be honest. We're going to do this. We're going to do this the proper way. Didn't hear me with the youth players coming through a shit. Yeah, fair play, actually. Fair play. He's actually ruining everything, to be honest. So I think if we look at it now, then, so in terms of our depth, more than anything, let's have a look at the squad depth screen. Okay. If we break it into 2 columns, I suppose. So if we look at January, okay, goalkeepers, we've got 2 goalkeepers at this point. Yeah. Do we need a new goalkeeper? Not really. I think Marc Ajani seems to be doing fine so far. Christa George is a decent enough backup. Theoretically, we should be okay for goalkeepers, he says. Clip this, come back to it in half an hour when both of our goalkeepers have been injured. Left back, we've got 2. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right, 2 seconds.
Any that put space in.
I don't know. This one?
Yeah. Oh no, the bigger one, sorry.
This one's got space in, though. The other ones haven't because they're full. Yeah. No. Right, what's this for then? Yeah, because right. But he's going to see that.
Yeah, but I'm just going to bring the things in. Thank you.
Mrs. J's been doing the Christmas shopping, so she's trying to work out how to bring it in from the car. Right, left backs. We've got 2. We've got Jean. We've got Delijanidis. We've also got the Chat, who we've not actually played because for some reason he's not registered. So I'm going to put 2.5. Okay, I'm going to put register Chat. Okay, right backs. Again, we've got 2. So Apostolarkis, Delijanidis. Chat can apparently play right back as well, so 2.5 for now. We need better players next season. Oh, yeah, next season we need better players. This season, I think, though, like, we can just about make do with at this point. Centre-backs, we've got 2. We are bringing 1 in, so that's 3. Okay. We could probably do with 1 more, maybe. Okay. DM, we've got 2. Could maybe do with another 1. Central midfield, we've got 2. Could probably do with another 1. We've got a midfielder coming in, but I think he's literally just there to make numbers up. Ruanakis, he's not going to be the upgrade. He's going to be there just to add for rotation more than anything. Yeah. So, midfield left, 2, because we've got Kuntanitis and Demichan. Patton P, welcome in, pal. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. So we've got 2. Midfield right, we've sort of got 2. And up front, we've got 2. So essentially right at this very moment in time, we have 2 in every position. Yeah? But if we're being brutally honest with ourselves, in order to really push on, key areas for investment would naturally be up front. Up front would be a key area, yeah? Okay? Because if Doumbia goes off the boil, Super Mario gets injured, Vloras doesn't quite look like he's going to be doing it, and Super Mario's not necessarily doing great. Well, sorry, I say he's not doing great. He's got 17 goals in 17 games. He's doing very well. For some reason, I thought he wasn't really getting us the goals, to be honest, but I'm completely wrong there. 17 and 17. Doumbia has got 11 and 19, so if anything, he's slacking, really. He's now wanted by Standard Liège, so that could be a problem if he wants to move. If he wants to move out. 4 adverts, Twitch. How long are people going to be putting up with that? I've got no idea. I'm at the beckon of Twitch, I'm afraid. I don't know. I hate to be the one to go like, because you must be you're primed as well, aren't you? So you shouldn't be getting adverts. I don't understand. I don't understand how it works. You get them on YouTube as well, but the thing is, you can skip them on YouTube, I suppose. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, if he's wanted by Liège, I can't see him sticking around. Yeah, but maybe we lock the door in his house and he can't leave. Maybe. I think we could do with the top quality left winger. And probably, do we need a goalkeeper this season? Not really, do we? We don't need a top quality goalkeeper right now. Because what's going to happen is, it's going to piss off the 2 goalkeepers we've got, and they're not going to stay next season because they're going to be in on loan. So I think we pack the midfield, get another player who can play defensive and central midfield. Actually, or maybe try and get 2. Maybe try and get a really good defensive midfielder, because I think we're quite weak in defensive midfield. Liavas is good, Petralis is good, but maybe DM is probably the priority. Yeah, winning that ball back. Salufé can run with the ball. Asbjørnsen can run with the ball. Makes things happen. Ottoman's having a good season out wide. Demichan's having a good season, but if either of those 2 players get injured, then we are struggling out wide, so we maybe look for some sort of creative outlet. So I suppose the priority would be striker, DM, midfield, left and right, and then if we can get something else, When's my next gig? My next gig's Friday, actually, Luffy. So yeah, sounds about streaming on Friday. Might have to stream tomorrow night, but yeah, I'm streaming Friday, gigging Friday in Peterlee, and then after that, I think it's next year. So forward, DM, wide players. So ideally, someone can play both sides, but I'm not massively concerned if they can't. If we can get better fullbacks, brilliant, but I don't think they're massively a concern right now. We are bringing another centre back in, so that's fine, but we could maybe do with another one as well. So we've got 4 to rotate rather than just 3. And I think that seems fair, doesn't it? Does that seem about right? So let's see what our director of football, Nikos Dabizas, has come up with, shall we? So Diego Martins, striker from Sporting. Enzo Fati, French striker of Toulouse, 6'2", 18 years old. We don't know much about him. Robin van Duven, 5'10", Dutch striker. Let's see what the DMs are. He's recommended this guy a few times. Victor Vlorason, Icelandic Belgian player. Mark Vicuge, Benjamin Kadiri. Like, we are getting a lot of suggestions for players that we've never seen. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because then I'm like, do we just go for it? Do we we've done it before. We've gone on a risk before, and it's worked. Are we having fun? Asks Simen. Absolutely we are. Absolutely we're having fun. We're having a great time. Really enjoying FM24, if I'm honest. Really enjoying it. Got a suggestions from Reem. Shannon Parcel, the delivery man. Tim Aitchen. See, none of them are really, like, I don't know if any of them's jumping out, but you know, you just don't quite think that this is going to be that's going to be the one. What's our scouts saying so far? Fun is not the same as winning every game. Too many people forget that. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We're not winning well, I was going to say, ironically, we are winning every game at this point, or at least we're winning a lot of games at the minute. And that's great, but we're not. Success shouldn't just be based on how many matches you're winning. There's far more interesting ways to decide on whether we're having fun or not. Sorry, Mrs. J. Sorry, busy streaming, obviously. Yes, please to food, thank you. Yeah, Mrs. J's been out, so she's just like, do you want your do you want some food put in? Yes, please. Yeah. Somebody mentioned food. Yeah, we have indeed. We have indeed. How long have I played it? I've played it since day one, since it came out. Like, when we played the beta, which was brilliant. Really enjoyed that. Then, of course, it turned into the full game, and we kept going. So, yeah, we're having a lovely time. Success is how many tangents you can get into a stream, plus how long they are. Exactly. I mean, Unjo would be great. If we can afford him, which I don't think we can. Act as a stepping stone. You can step wherever you want, mate. But, maybe we might be able to just about do it. Down from 1.8 to 1.5. £3 million release clause. Ooh, okay. Let's put. I'll tell you what. Let's put some things that like just put a bonus of like winning the cup or something, or international caps. A slightly higher appearance fee, maybe. Get in. And Joe could be the guy. Gramenos. 15th in the league. He's got 11 goals. He's very one-footed. Doesn't like big matches. Right. That's not helpful. £3 million would be very, very, very useful. And sometimes I think we have to look like that, don't we? In fact, all the time we've got to look like that and go, okay, what can we get for this player? Rather than like, how good's he going to be for us? We're going to like, when can we cash him in? You know? And I think that's a reasonable way to think. Kurikides. Where does he fit? In and around up front. Sean Goss. Relation of Jeremy, possibly? Duarte. We've had a little nosy at him. He's a freak, so he's going to cost us wages, sadly. Simeon, hope you have a great night. I've got to go sleep. I'll be around more often. Yeah, no worries, Simeon. Nice to have you in. Thank you for coming and hanging for a wee bit. Evening Z80, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Like, so someone like Theoridis, maybe, ambitious striker, 16 goals in 13 games in the second division. Reasonable attributes. Work rate's not brilliant, but again, he's a striker, I suppose. We could judge him based entirely on goals. Expected goals over performance 6.92. His XG is 6.08. He's scoring a goal he's scoring a goal every 86 minutes. An assist every 13 minutes. Oh, sorry, no. Average minutes per goal is 104 minutes he's scoring a goal. Clear-cut chances created as 4. Dribbles per match is 1.13. Won 6.84 headers. I mean, he could be a nice little addition. 5 goals and 30 shots. Hang on. How can he say 5 goals? He scored 13. Rumours suggest the player's a bit unsettled. Okay. Could we maybe... Would he come in loan, do you reckon? 275 quid a week. We'd have to pay a monthly thing. But I'm gonna mark his name down because he might be okay. Theoridis. Theodoridis. Derelas. I suppose we also have to look kind of like at little bargain players that might become someone. A good first touch, reasonable acceleration, fit, decent jumping, decent determination as well, mind. So again, possibly like a player who might be a half decent backup, maybe. I don't know whether the fans will be happy with that or not. 4 goals in 11 games though. 4 assists. Doesn't necessarily get stuck in. Maybe not letting us go on loan, but we'll have a look at that. We'll think about him. Papasis Konstantinopoulos. I think we buy him just so I learn how to pronounce his name, don't I? Regic for his DMs. I mean, if he's going to cost no money, then yeah, great. But if not, then like it's not going to help, you know. Yeah, I mean, what do we know about him? Is he any good? £2,700. Yeah, we haven't got that money. We haven't got that cash. Is he one of these like good in the game sort of players? Like, is he meant to be a wonder kid or something? Because those are like the bits and pieces that obviously I don't really know too much about. Mbop, very high wage demands, very high finance, probably because he's half a decent player. This guy looks all right. Liratzis. Okay. He does look pretty decent. He's quite. His wages are higher than what we can afford. Atramitos are interested in him. Not for loan just yet, though. Good acceleration, good concentration, good determination. Teamwork, work rate's really, really good. Strength could do with being upped a little bit, but we can obviously get him in the weight room. That's not a problem. Broader, nearly £4,000 wages. We can't afford that. Sikos doesn't quite seem to have enough, does he? Pavicic, Chatzimanul, no. Vidas or Savidas, sorry. Again, a bit of potential, maybe. Good anticipation, good composure, good determination, good off the ball. Maybe needs a tiny bit more pace, but could he be? So got inconsistent. Tell you what, should we scout him? Let's have a look at him. Because my thinking is that if he's got good determination, good off the ball, good composure, good anticipation, that deep line forward there, that might be able to replace Super Mario. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we decide that he can't make the step up. Even Novishkar, welcome in, pal. And he's available on loan. £100. We could maybe take a chance on this one. Let's have a think. Can't expect to throw money away. Got to be sensible in the early years. Yes, exactly. He'll be good in the squad if he gets in. Perfect. Right, well, we'll keep our eyes peeled on him, I reckon. We'll keep our eyes on him. Monaret thinks that he might be quite a decent player, that Savidis as well. Thank you, Monaret. I'm glad I'm on the right wavelength here. Because you know what I'm like? Sometimes I do get a little bit like, oh, is this guy going to be all right? And I've misread it completely. But you know when there's just something sort of like looks like, actually, if I look beyond the immediacy of what we can see here, can they fit into what we're going for? Again, Sousis, sort of similar, really. Like, he's not great at much. He is good enough. He's good enough. But I think to bring someone in as a backup, he's going to have to be a very, very good player, really, isn't he? He's fourth in the league for blocks, though. Top for interceptions. Did he have STA1? What's STA1? I mean, this is my concern here. £2,500. Like, he could easily oust Jean. He's 25. Soesis. Oh, stamina of 1. Oh, no, stamina of 12, thankfully, this guy. May have been a different person, but yeah, stamina of 12, that fella. He's pretty good, though. I like the look of him. Gordonazzi. Cerner. Got 48 of these to get through still. 33-year-old Fortunis. Formerly of Olympiakos. he's going to want a fair bit of cash, isn't he? What attributes would I look for in a good centre back? For me, for me personally, jumping reach, anticipation, concentration, decision making, bit of pace. That's what I'd be looking for personally. And then eventually I'd look at like tackling. But I think as long as, for me, as long as they can jump, then I think I'm going to have a half decent player on my hands at that point. Because I like them big, I like them strong, I like them quick. And yeah, that's where that's my initial go-tos. But as always, it depends upon what sort of play you're looking for. Like if you're looking for a ball playing centre half, then obviously you want to be looking for vision, you want to be looking for composure, you want to be looking for passing. If you're looking for a no-nonsense centre-back, then, yeah, aggression, anticipation, bravery, things that are going to be, like, sort of right there at the forefront of your mind. If you're playing a high line, maybe you're going to want a bit more pace in the back four. If you're playing a low line, maybe you're playing someone on cover. You don't necessarily need as much pace. Maybe. So I think, as with everything, there's definitely no one size fits all, is there? John Erredale, injury prone. Fullback from Finland, 26, 6'2". I think he might count as a... Shouldn't count as a foreign player, should he? Pierre Koundé, $7,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. Got a bottle of pink hooch on the offie from today. Yes. Yes, Dan. Get that pink hooch in. A striker called Ronaldo. He's Brazilian as well. Acceleration 14, finishing 14, flair 14, pace 15. He's not quite got the other bits and bobs that we need, sadly. I'm going to let Ronald go. Get him in. There's not much else there, though, to be honest. He's 23. He's under 6 foot. We call him Ronaldinho. He's not all right, though, is he? He's called Ronald. I get that. If he's free at the end of the season, I'll tell you what, I'll do you a deal. At the end of the season, we'll get him on a free. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll then loan him to teams in Division 2, and we will try and help. He can help build that nation. And in the chat, know which nations have Greek immigrants in FM. Australia, Germany produce heaps of them. England has a few. Wonder if you guys noticed during the career. I mean, Australia is a big one. Australia is a big one. Wreck the nation. Hello, welcome to my terrible decisions in FM save. Quagliata is sort of Quags, really, isn't it? Quagliata. So he'd be interesting. A lot of these players are going to be out of contract in the summer, so it's like, am I looking at them now or am I looking at them for the future? Kazidis looks decent enough as a striker. Off the ball, heading, penalty taking, jumping reach. Victor Eriksson, a Swedish player. All right, I'll have a look and see what Victor Eriksson says. I'm not. Again, I think there's all these. There's a thing about it. He can be not expensive, but I mean he's quite expensive now. He's valued nearly 2.4 million. He looks pretty good though, to be honest. I'll give you that. He's not going to come to us, but we'll keep him on the short list because that might be a half decent one, to be honest. Australia, low reputation on FM. It has. Nicolopoulos doesn't look too bad. I think we have to remember as well that we are in the. This is like the easiest part of the Build a Nation, because this is just like literally getting the team ready for promotion, and even then, like maybe the first year of promotion. We probably don't start building the nation until about season 5, maybe season 6. By that point, some would argue we've already missed our boat and it's not happening, but there's also the other argument to be like, well, look, let's just see where we go. I don't think we can properly build a nation until we're in the top division anyway. That's the thing. And we would love it to be here. We'd absolutely love it to be in the with Larisa, but if it doesn't end up being Larisa and we move up to a different club, then fair enough. But we would like it to be here if we can do. Valakis. We'll keep him as a... Put him on the short list as well for the summer. Right, okay, we've gone through all that. So, nothing there for now. Now recruitment focus. Excellent. Focuses are all fine. Near misses. Right, Undodge we're trying to get in at this point. So that'll be the guy we want to try and get if we can do. Caligaropoulos, of course, we had previously. Delamatris we've had a look at before. Kinigopoulos looks half decent. Quick question: Bailey's over ice, yes or no? Over ice, yes. Parnell plays 100%. Yeah, I don't mind it at room temperature, but Mrs. J says it has to be over ice. How are you, Parnell? I hope you're good, pal. Lovely to have you in. The question is, whiskey over ice is the question, And for me, I'm like, I tend not to do whiskey over ice, but then there's times where if I have one ice cube in there, I'll have it. I'll be like, all right, yeah, fair enough, that's fine. But personally, if I'm doing it myself, I wouldn't. I have it neat. Thank you, Mrs. J. No, fine, I'm all right. Yeah. It's not a dessert. "37-year-old Tyson near misses. Chassisos. Couleris. Astras, that's not too great. Theodoridis, that's the guy, one of the guys we're looking at, isn't it? Yeah, we've gone for pizza tonight, so that's that's where we're going for it. Oh. I'm gonna wait till it cools down slightly. Depends on the temperature of the whiskey. On a hot summer's day, you got to cool it down a bit. Warm whiskey tastes horrible. I feel that. It's been a strange one for me because normally my original thought was like, oh God, no, it has to only be this. But then obviously the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe. All right, fair enough. Cool. I'll allow it. No non-pizza foods in a pizza oven. Not tonight, I'm afraid. Not tonight. Still can't get over that. Still sends shudders down my spine. And this guy might be all right, actually. For a 17-year-old, he might develop a little bit. This is Frias. Frizas. Kyriopoulos. Fikaj. Okay. Well, hopefully we can bring somebody in. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna hope for. A couple of players on loan. That's what we'd like. Yeah. Fortunis and Kobelis and Marty have all come in on trial. So interesting. Fortunis and so these are the elder statesmen, I believe is the correct pronunciation. Players possibly coming in. I mean, formerly of Olympiacos. Corbelis, former Trabzonspor, Panathinaikos, elder statesman to some prime age for TJ. Yeah, true. Like for everyone else, they're like, oh, these guys are too young, and for me, I'm like, hey, they're coming in their prime. Like 34, yes, please. So let's see what they do on trial and see if they look the part. Two and a half's a lot. We haven't got $2.5 grand, that's for certain. We also don't have anyone we can really sell to free up any additional wages, I don't think. Like Petralis, for example, complaining that he's playing in a position he doesn't like, but he is a ball-winning midfielder. Playing a weak role, but that's literally where you play. Don't understand. And he's not doing badly either. He's got an average of 7, so he's playing pretty well. Imagine if he was playing in the position that he thinks he can play. Then what? Then where would we sat? Oh, Panios is a fans' day. Buy one, get one half price. Interesting. Just dodged a bullet, remembering to check the physical report and the medical report on screen. The Saz skin has been helpful. It's good. It's good, like, isn't it? Old Saz has got our back. Doumbia, unwilling to enter contract negotiations. Salufé, unwilling to enter contract negotiations. Mamadou Dieng, important first player. But I don't think we've got the money to actually do it. Oh, we can. We can lock Dieng down. £1 million relegation release clause. 1.7 million. Let's bump that up to 3 as well, shall we? 3 million for Dieng. Get in. Yeah, we could well be rebuilding in the summer's ether. We could well be doing that. You know, and Dodge has agreed a deal. Excellent. Petralis is out. So what's interesting now is that Gotsamanides has been scoring loads of own goals. So if we can bring Dodge in to have him and Dieng as the new centre backs, the big massive lad can be the backup. That should then give us something to work with. At least we can roll players around at that point as well. With the board might consider to top up your staff positions if they were within A with performance. Maybe, but then at the same time, like I don't necessarily want to be throwing a load of money in just yet, because there's also part of me thinking, well, what if we don't get promoted this year? You know, then we've gone. Like, have we rolled the dice too quickly? You know, Stopper looks like he's going. Daniel Maldini looks like he's going. We've not got any money for Daniel Maldini, have we? As much as I would love him. Oh. Right, okay. I wonder whether the signing on fee is going to stop us do that. But if it doesn't, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be very happy if we can get. Doumbia could be going to Olympiacos, apparently. Oh, don't know about that. I don't like it. It would strengthen. It would strengthen the league, obviously. Get the director of football to try and negotiate the deal. Doumbia unwilling to negotiate. Oh dear. It's fine. We're in the Greek second division. Paolo could do a job at centre back. Yes, absolutely. 3 signings in. There we go. That's what we want. Slightly concerned with the number of players who can play central defender now. I mean, surely that's not a negative, right? Can't be. Keen to see what he can do despite initial reservation about signing permanently. Feels like a fine addition. He can bring creativity. Can be a great signing if he can command the defence when he plays. There we go. Thanasis Stanzos. Let's remove him. He doesn't look like he's one for us. Corbelis. Right, so if we put all these players in now, then they should be eligible to play. Should be. Why is he still saying he's ineligible? As in youth contracts. Right, okay. Fair enough. Right, so let's bring Gotsaminides out for Noj at this point. Gotsaminides can go on the bench. Is Noj right-footed or left-footed? Right-footed. Dieng, left-footed. Oh, look at that. It even makes sense now. Even a nomadic striker. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Petralis is not fully fit, so Lavias can come back in. And then put this guy back in here, so there's Rukanikas is in. Radelik can come on the bench. Doing good, thank you. Very good indeed. We are currently in January rebuild time. Well, not rebuild time. We're basically just trying to get ourselves an extra couple of bodies over the line. We've brought 3 in, which we're very, very happy about. And we also think there's a possibility. There is a slight possibility, slight possibility that Danielle Mandini may come in. There might be a Maldini coming in if there's no issues with his signing on fee, which is where my initial concern is going to be. Financially, he seemed happy enough with it, and I was like, we can afford this guy. That's bizarre. Obviously, we don't know whether or not he goes to a different side or not. Dieng's got himself a new contract, and he's got a £3 million buyout as well. So that helps us immeasurably. That is huge, actually. That is really, really big news. Balotelli, let's see if can't get him in just yet. Dig on the left for a future car crash for our opponents. Gone back for more punishment. Got a job in Brazil. Oh, love that. That sounds horrific. Nikos Vergos, $2,000. Savidis, we said we might have a little nosy at him. 110 quid. Well, let's not offer them anything just yet. And the same for Theoridis, and maybe take out that monthly wage they're after there as well. Let's try that fan of buyout clause. If both parties agree, they can help future planning. Well, yeah, we sort of have to be that, don't we? What's that? A donut. Oh, thanks, love. I think if you're right, if we plan it well and we reinvest that money wisely, then a £3 million buyout. Yes, it's going to be a shame that we're going to lose the player, but it helps us in the long run, doesn't it? It helps us sort of like get ourselves back ready, and sort of like if we can reinvest £3 million into the team, then we've got so much more to work with than if we don't. Let's bring Singaris in a try. I don't think we can afford this guy at all. We might as well bring him in. Face few problems. We're going to argue about his value was lower than his release clause. Well, we can always argue over bits and pieces like that, but a shout to Gera as well. £1,000. I could be tempted. You know who you are. What's that for players refusing to take a wage cut? There's definitely a few. Zelios. Let's have a little look and see if you'll come on trial, actually. A couple of hamstring issues. So it's not ideal. Low relegation release clauses. If you go down, I don't be stuck with highly paid failures. Yeah, you know what it's like. Leicester, Sunderland, Monterey. It's stuff that we're aware of, isn't it? To be honest, we look at that and we're like, oh God, yeah. Why did we agree to that? That sounds like a really stupid thing to do. No wages. That's what we want. So nothing for Celios apparently. Singaris is going to come in on trial. Be interesting to see how he gets on. Domestic regular starter. Let's just see if anything filters through as to whether he's going to be willing to match our wages. Here we go, Portugal and their big club's ability of not knowing they have sparkling diamonds within their squad. Well, this is what we're hoping for, but see, Juventus have remembered that he was also available, so we'll have to see what happens. Like, see if he goes to Juve, because we tried to get him in last season, remember? And obviously it didn't work, because we were like, do we pay £1,000? We struggled with the idea of paying £1,000 for him. We didn't do it. And did that cost us in the long run? Maybe. We're not 100% sure, but possibly. Ali Sai doing fairly well. Generation Foot, I think I suggest we just go straight back for their players again, don't we? Jimba, the goalkeeper. Duasi, that's a backup goalkeeper. Playing backup mainly. Fatty, who's there? Fallow Jouf, centre half. They're not playing with the full-backs? Diagne, 31. Check Suarez, 17. 5, 10, 100 grand, 100 quid a week. Jacques Day, finishing, acceleration. I feel like he's the next guy, right? Dominique Mendy, 31. Too old. We've had our fun. Okay, Petralis can go back on the bench then, can he? Great result tonight, says Nathy. What happened? What's been happening? We've been up on here, so what are we on about? Are we on about Villa? Or are we on about Western? My man Dill 40k in with the 9-month sub. Appreciate you, Dill. How are you, buddy? Hope you are good. What's happening? What's been going down? Has Pep been found out? Or are people finally starting to wise up that Unai Emery is pretty good? What have we missed? Got found out. All right, okay, so that must be was it a big result, was it? Like, are we talking like 1-0? 2-0, 3-0? The thing is, like, you can say, oh yeah, they're being shown up, but if they 1-0 Villa, nice. Very good result, that. The problem is, like, City will still win the league because they've still got, like, they'll just do what they do, and they'll do that whole not lose after Christmas thing. That's the issue. Like, you know, Villa can play great tonight, and they'll be up and thereabouts in the conversation for Champions League, I reckon. Whether they hold on till the end of the season or not, who knows? But they'll certainly be in there. In the top 6 at the very, very least. But let's face it, City are still going to be there come the end of the season. It's going to be them and Arsenal are going to be battling to work out who's going to win. It's going to inevitably end up being City. So, you know, that's probably what happens. C45, not a fan of the game. Start my first ever FM save with Leeds. Dominated in friendlies. Got a 0-0 draw in the first ever league game. Humbled real quick. Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, friendlies don't really matter though, do they? That's the thing. See, so if it's your first ever FM, then Yeah, you've not even begun to tip the scales of frustration just yet. If anything, I'd say you've got this easy so far. Like you've smashed all your friendlies, brilliant. But yeah, just wait until you're on top of teams for like 89 minutes and you concede in the 96th minute and you lose. That's when you go like, oh, fuck this game. Yeah, or until you're 3-0 up at half time, as Clue says, yeah. And then whatever you say is the wrong thing. Good ball through Kunteritis. Oh, puts it over the top. Or that sort of like big, the first time as well when you see that little thing that goes like, oh, it's a big match. Why not hold a team meeting to ease expectations or to fire them up? And don't ever press that button, because basically what it says is, hey, here's an important game. Would you like to shoot yourself in the foot? Just don't do it. Don't do it. Wait till you're bottom of the league, because you can score 0 points in the last 3 games against 14th, 16th and 19th. Yeah, you're 12 wins in a row, and then you come up against the team who's bottom. And you're like, all right, guess we're losing this one then. You inspire the lads, they either love or hate you together. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, I go in for it. And I'm like, hey, everyone, this is what they're going to do. And they're like, oh, here he comes again. Soccer with Brian's in the house, though. Welcome, Soccer with Brian. Hope you're good, buddy. Salut! Not angry at all. Thought I was the special one. Oh no, you've been caught in hook, line, and sinker, mate. But welcome in. If you are brand new to FM, I'd suggest coming in and hanging out, joining the Discord here, and having a listen to the FM Show podcast, which is out every single Wednesday. Myself and RDF Tactics. What a save that is! Brilliant save. Yeah, that's always pretty handy. There's loads of information in that one, so go right back to the start and wheel your way back through. But we are slowly getting through. Ottoman makes it 1-0. He's part of the furniture. If you succeed in building a nation, can we expect an open-top bust in Larisa? I think so. Everyone book your time off at work. We're going to Greece. I should say as well, but I've got a notification this evening that we've now surpassed 50,000 plays or downloads on the audio feed for the podcast, which is pretty impressive. So well happy with that. Gyros and tangents. Oh, yes. Bring that for me, please. Are you a Minotaur? Are you a Minotaur? Kunteritis back inside the Salou. Kunteritis, Jean. Oh! The Brazilian Jean gets in it. 2-0. Now see what happens here is we're 2-0 up and it's coming towards half time. So this is where we're going to start losing this game, right? Confirm the FM show is not only quality but makes me question everything I've done in the game in the last decade. Soccer with Brian, join the club. Like, I'm on it every single week and I'm like, huh, interesting. That explains a lot. Does explain a lot. Also as well, who's keeping up with my FM advent calendar, by the way? And are you enjoying it? Obviously, we haven't gone through everybody so far. We're only 6 days in. There's plenty more names to come along. Renamed John to JCVD. Loving the advent calendar, says Nomadic. Big fan of Tommy Svindle. Thought you'd started another podcast. Not yet. Not until next year, anyway. Brings back sweet FM memories. Brings back Champman memories. Yeah, I think we've got to mix it up, haven't we? Like, you know, Bob in with a follow. Very kind, Bob. Thank you for that. I think it's it's just nice, isn't it, to sort of be like, oh God, I remember them. You know, got to go for a big one tomorrow. We had Andrei Sigpoulsen today, the Icelandic striker. Salut. Super Mario Doumbia should really have finished that. So we're currently 5 points clear now. Angelo, what's happening there? They're losing. They're losing. Excellent. That's good for us. Sliavas is starting to struggle a bit. Oscar Cardozo, you compare him to Pauletta. I mean, what I liked about the Oscar Cardozo one is that in the Discord of the FM show, there was a couple of people who were like, I've never heard of Oscar Cardozo before, and I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Like, because what you're getting now is we're getting people who maybe sort of like they played at different levels of the game. So it's interesting to sort of be like, oh shit, they're interesting. They were good. You know, maybe people haven't seen that before. Nomadic, I saw Oscar Cardozo play football earlier this year. Oh, a Man Mountain, I think, yeah. That sounds epic. I get the impression we'll be like watching Pierre Gignac. Corner comes in. Keeper claims it. Look at that. Didn't Gignac go to Mexico? He did, and he's having an absolute career out there. He's been crushing. He's like 37 or something, I think. He'll still be. I don't know if he's still in this save, but he's certainly still in. He's definitely there at the start of the game. In fact, we should maybe have a look for him, shouldn't we? But he definitely is balling. Cardozo's still in the game as well, is he? Nice. Yeah, it was Tigres, yeah. I think Gignac scored at the weekend, so he must still be in the game, I'd imagine. I've already committed, there's no going back. What do you think about Leeds as a first save? So, question I would have, C, are you a Leeds fan? That's the first thing I do. If you are, that makes more sense. What I would tend to suggest is if it's your first game, either manage the club that you support because you know the players inside out, yeah, and therefore you've got an idea of how the club plays, you've got an idea of the sort of players in your league, and you can sort of be like, right, you're not starting on zero, yeah. What I would also suggest is if you're not doing that, then maybe consider starting with one of the top sides and just get used to working out how the formations work and how the tactics work. Gignac is a coach. I mean, he's dreadful, but he is a coach. So I would do that, and I would try and sort of like have a little nosy around. So yeah, Tigres still there. Did loads of good stuff. Make sure you keep an eye on what the board spends their money on. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because sometimes when you're managing Leeds, the board take money off you in transfer windows. Did with me anyway. Earlier action indicates great success. The board are expecting to see an increase in long-term attendances thanks to the match experience. Yes. All of a sudden your winter transfer budget is used for the Christmas party. That did happen. That did happen. Leeds is tough, but sometimes you got to be born to get through it. Yeah. There is that as well, mind. You know. Like, it's a great one to go for. The problem with the Leeds though is that you'd be expected to do well from the off. So the pressure's on. So you might end up getting sacked. Like, just putting it out there. If it doesn't work, you might end up getting sacked. Someone like, I guess, like someone maybe in the, I mean, even like Sunderland's expectations probably a little bit too high in that game, I'd imagine. But you could have looked for someone who's maybe expected to be like mid-table, QPR possibly. There you go, maybe QPR, Ipswich maybe. But ultimately, have fun. Don't be afraid of the sack. Yeah, don't be afraid of the sack. If it comes, it comes. That's what she said. And yeah, move on to the next one. Championship's brutal for a first ever save. Yeah, it is. It really is. Championship was brutal for everything. Watch the GTA 6 trailer. Yeah, that's a trailer. No denying that. It looks all right, doesn't it? It looks all right. Oh, if I want us. Oh. Down to the offie. I mean, they're only 3 points off the bottom. Dutch second division. I support Barca. The Barca job seems scary. I want to get thrown right in the mud at the lower leagues. I mean, Barcelona to Leeds is a right jump, isn't it? You know what? I'm not really fussed about OFI. They're in. No. It's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. Nutcases from Crete, yeah. Let's decline the interview. I'm all right with it. Larisa all the way. Crimson Horses. I'm happy where I am. That's not going to happen, so we still might still not get a striker in. Still can't afford this guy either. Offer for Ninikas. All right, fine. Away you go. If we set him for release, then will that help? At least we've freed up his wages now. We're currently spending 32 grand of our 27 grand wages, and we've committed to spending 35. Oopsie. Is there anybody we think will definitely leave? That we can maybe go like, hey, who wants to leave the club? Nah, we'll work it out. Money's just a number. Yeah, exactly, money's a number. Yeah, leave that for the board to work out. Right, we're speculating to accumulate here. Like, my job is not to be in charge of the coffers. Iron Robin though has said that he wants to be the under-19s manager. Yes, Iron Robin. Too right. Do we have any problems with Iron Robin? Has he done anything bad? Outspoken. Great. But he's a perfectionist, so that'll be good. We have got another midfielder in on loan. It's a whole team of kids cutting in from the left. Yeah, great, be brilliant. That number varied all saves and most time you can get when you're fired. I mean, yeah, all right. Yeah. Look, if we're going to focus on the actual negatives of this game, then yes, granted, eventually we will get sacked, but it's eventually, right? It's eventually. Maldini wants more money. I think we're missed out. Maldini's gone to Pretenza. Never mind. We were close. We were close to getting Maldini in. It was probably reckless, maybe. I'm only saying that because we didn't get him, of course. How does he want to come on loan? $5,000. No chance, lads. Vlioras to AK. Yeah, probably. Iron Robin has become the new under-19s assistant manager. I mean, he's got 17 for working with youngsters, so that might help us. We might get some better players coming through now. I think I already got more hours on FM24 compared to FM23. Really, Novishka? You're clocking them up, right? Ronald could come in shortly. Ronald might be on his way. Demichan can come back in. This is starting to look better, isn't it? Leavas not 100%, so actually Petralis can go back in there. Play the same formation, with slightly different roles. Yeah, it's 4-4-2, isn't it? 4-4-2. That's all it is. Hopefully Bergkamp in the future. Hopefully, Jogger. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, my formation is just a 4-4-2. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. It's not asymmetric. It's just that's what it is. In FM23 and FM22 it would have been a way to try and break the game, but this is like more logical, I think, for FM24. Hated asymmetric for asymmetric's sake. It was just like, oh yeah, it's asymmetric. Right, what's it do? Don't know. That Stinger's put a really good video out actually about that, saying like how like sort of last year there's a formation he had which was just literally designed to break the match engine, and he's like, why did I do it? It's like it looks silly. Oh, little back heel away in the box there. That's not the way to do it, is it? Bit of encouragement. Keep ourselves top of the table at Agialo. are level with PAOK Salonika B. So they've just conceded an equaliser. Deflected over the top. It's a bit of a derby, this one, isn't it, as well? Is that right? All right, Greek friends in the chat? Or at least a rivalry, anyway. So let's go positive and try and push out a bit more, shall we? Used to hate the thought of asymmetric tactics, thinking maybe we'll trick them games AI. It's not designed to trick the AI. It's designed to, if you look at how the roles work with regards to how these players would move on the pitch, then it makes more sense. Like, that's what it's designed for. It's not about going in and sort of like being, what's gonna break the match engine. That's more that's sort of like deliberate game state is like that's rubbish. I don't like that. Like, so I tried to get rid of all that. So this is all picked on very deliberate ideas of where I think players would be on a pitch. And as I say, it's built with a 4-4-2 in mind, to be honest. All about balance as well, yeah. So like, what players are going to cover what part or position in the grass. What you want them to do. Again, like, read the descriptions about where they're going to be, where they're going to sit defensively, where they're going to sit offensively, where they're going to move to, what's going to be covered when they move position. So, ball winning midfield, it's going to be up and down, up and down. Central midfielder, just, here maybe inverted winger comes back inside to make a 4 up top here. Gingerbread Wonder, welcome in, appreciate the follow. I've got some wing backs who are going to come and try and offer a bit of attacking output on the flanks. Could turn it into like a 3-2-5 almost in attack. So there is a plan with it. Oh, nicely headed away. Oof, good save. Tell you what, we're under siege, aren't we? One of the foreign players, all right, we've already used that, have we? Fair enough. Blocked. Doumbia brings the ball out. Demirchan. Super Mario. Straight across the face of goal. No one's there, though. Got a job interview from Galway and I want to go from Portugal to Ireland. I can't keep up with your saves at the minute, Clue. You're like here, there, and everywhere. Norwich score. How did you choose Greece to build up? So basically, we had a couple of ideas. Penalty. We had a couple of ideas of places that we wanted to do as build a nation. We had Turkey was an option. We were going to try and go with Bursaspor because they're in the lowest division. Oh, Super Mario's missed. They were in Division 3, so they'll try and move them up to the top division if we can. Then there was also Czech Republic, so Czech was an option, and then we also thought about Greece, and Greece came about from members of the chat chatting away, and great, Marcus Jarni's injured now. Eventually we decided that Greece was the best way to go because players like English players don't count as EU, so that means that we can bring them in, sell them on for decent money because they've got high reps. So that'll help invest that money back into Greece to buy more Greek players, to, of course, invest in the other clubs to help them get a bit more money in the league as well. And then Larisa, the club, was actually picked by Lama. So Lama sort of like popped it in the chat and was like, hey, have you heard about this team here? So that's sort of how we ended up in Greece, and then how we ended up at Larisa. So, and I think we must have spent 2, maybe even 3 months, possibly towards the back end of FM23, being like, just need the beta to come out, just need the game to come out now because I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Build a Nation. Like, properly got myself into it and prepared for it. So this is where we are, and it's like, right, it feels weird that we're only like a month in at this point now. Still got loads and loads of games to go. We're only midway through season 3. So, yeah, lots still to do. Lots still to do. But having fun with it, though. I just started building a nation. Austria, says Addy. Nice. Who are you managing Austria? Stop my Croatia save, says Clue. Had a bit of a run. Hang on. Corner comes in. Jensen. Ottoman. Tipped over the top. Croatia save had run the course. Portugal's been my latest long-term save. Just got a random offer. Admira Vaca. Nice choice. Asbjornsen wins a corner. Let's go very attack and see if we can get the goalkeeper up. No, he's not going to come up, is he? Ottoman whips it in. Keeper gets it. All over. I mean, 0-0. Fine. Respect the point. Concerns, of course, that our goalkeeper's injured. That's worrying. 8 weeks with a broken hand. Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah, another goalkeeper injury. Of course, we did say that we'd look at goalkeepers next season. Might have to start looking now, to be honest. Oh, concrete ball strikes again. Send for Carlos Camini. Oh, that'll be fine, right? We can get Carlos Camini in. Should be okay. At least it now gives our goalkeeper a chance to play. He was complaining that he wasn't getting many games, so... Who looks half decent that can come in on loan? And they just literally need to be half decent. They don't have to be anywhere near decent. Shamalanders. Not willing to let this player leave. The Copolidis. Any of these Greek goalkeepers? No. Not willing to let him go to a rival. Hello, Jebaru. How are we? Happy Carlton Palmer Day indeed. I'm just having, to be honest, in celebration of Carlton Palmer, I'm having a massive bit of lunch. So you should go and follow twist.tv/Jebaru @Jebaru. Cheers, Jeb, mate. How can we minimise injuries in the game? It's football. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's not bother about minimising injuries. Let's look at the fact that Doumbia is about to leave on a free transfer. With the WWE title. Oh no. This feels a lot like Money in the Bank. Is there any way he doesn't leave? He's blowing a kiss. He's already on the railings, isn't he? Oh dear. What a Doumbia decision by the management to let this become a reality. Well, there's not much we could do about it, to be honest. We tried to sort the deal out in the summer. He was having none of it. And we're like, right, let's sort of see if he can help. See if he can play. Recommend a signing. Might be in the great. He doesn't know. Can you recommend me a striker? Because I'm gonna need one shortly. You know, seeing as though you're leaving. Yeah, so obviously we'd signed him in January last year, so he was only on a short-term deal. He looked good. Then he was like, "Yeah, let's not sign a new contract in the summer." We asked him a couple of times, "Hey, what about that contract?" And he's like, "Nah, not for me, thanks." So I hope this isn't the moment where the wheels start falling off. Ian and JLR, welcome in. Welcome in. Season 3 is going well. However, we are concerned that our star striker might be leaving at the end of the season on a free to Belgium. Restart the stream, corrupt save file. Yeah. That's fine. We'll front it out. It'll be, if it happens, it happens. It might happen. It's not ideal, but these things happen. We've just got to accept it and be like, okay, fine. That's the way it is. It certainly won't be the last player that we'll lose on a free transfer. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Look at this guy though. Jebbery, look at this fellow though. 6'7", 20 jumping reach. That's what you fancy. That's what you fancy, a bit of that. There's a proper Carlton Palmer signing. Okay, we expect another win. Petralis is still... He's not really in the mood, is he? Petralis. What inspired Standard Liège to spy on us? Do they have any Greek scouts? I think eventually word must filter out that, hey, have you seen this guy playing in Greece? He looks pretty handy. Doumbia plotted it himself. Yeah, he's completely he's done us over. YouTube and Y Scout was a thing on FM. To be honest, they maybe did the same as what we did and just took a guess and done an attribute search. Yeah, they maybe just guessed and were like, hey, Bowen Penza's Belgian, and so's Luke Nillis. We're victims of our own success. Angelo have moved top of the table now as well. Oh, because we're playing Angelo. I hadn't realised we're literally playing first versus second without our first choice goalkeeper. Oh, God. Doumbia doesn't want to play now. Gotzamanides is back at centre-back. Oh, God, I've not really... Oh, no. Oh. Doumbia off the post. Super Mario. Yeah, well, look, we paid nothing. We've got nothing back. It's fine. We've got a buyout clause on Dieng. Let's look at it that way. There's a buyout clause on Dieng, and there's a buyout clause. Well, no, there's only Dieng, isn't it? There's got the buyout clause. And Noj as well. So our 2 centre-backs have got a buyout clause of 3 million quid each. So if it goes well there, then we're in money. But, you know, we're certainly getting there. Yes, sweet left foot. Mike, how are you, buddy? Hope life is treating you well. It's starting to feel like home. Pull your feet up, mate. Stick yourself a cup of tea on the go. Get something a bit harder if you need to. Come and join life in Greece. Hope you're well, pal. How's life in your world? Still bouncing from the result from yesterday, I think. Is there any way, Mike, you used to be handy enough with planes. Any way you can divert a plane from Greece to Belgium? Basically, sort of take it so it doesn't land in Belgium. One of my star strikers might be ending up on it. I don't really want him. Me Wolf in with a follow. Appreciate you there, pal. Thank you very kindly. Enjoyed the result, but not the 95 minutes worth of other stuff. Yes. Have a word, can't make any promises. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, mate. Just you know, put the feelers out to say, right, look, you know, that plane does not land in Belgium. Declare war. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I'm not gonna rule it out. Yeah, I'm not gonna rule it out, Nomadic. It's on the table. It's not my first port of call here. Franco, 10 months. Franco, appreciate you, buddy. Very kind. Thank you for that. Give him a slight concussion so he can't fly. Yeah, I'm going to put drugs in him. There. Not be able to fly then, will he? Dig a tunnel to Belgium. That's twice this has been suggested, digging tunnels to Belgium. Can't work out if it's the same. Joker, did you suggest this in the Discord as well? Might have been. Big miss. So we have a hostage situation at the training ground. Mamadou is locked in the showers. He is not locked in the showers. He's free to leave as and when he wants. Just at the minute, we'd like him to stay there. If we drug him, he could get a football ban. Well, yeah, he could get a football ban, but that stops him going to Belgium, doesn't it? And who wants to buy someone who's got a drug ban? No one. So we'll just re-sign him. We'll be fine. Got a thing with tunnels, in the same way that my son's got a thing with rockets. I'm glad he didn't go flying in there. I felt like we were about to commit a penalty. Got us pushing up for positive. Oh, keeper's got to do better. Got to do so much better. Oh dear. Nervous Yetis facing from the crowd. I know. It's a good finish, but it's come through a lot of players there, hasn't it? Demichan's not having a good match. Sending there a wooden horse and Mick Harford, Duncan Ferguson and Claudio Gentile. Nice references. Very nice. I mean, look at this goal difference here. 31-17. Star Striker's now possibly on his way to Belgium. January transfer window's open. And this is when it starts to be like, yeah, you know what? Now maybe now is the time we decide to let it all go. Someone call us a bottle. Yes, George. From this position, absolutely. We did say that there's two, you know, as long as we're in the top two, we'll be fine. But I'm not 100% convinced. It's a wobble job. Oh, give over. Wow. Get the kid in, wake up. TPA's a tapas call. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. This is... That's not the result we wanted, is it? And we're only 3 points clear of Vidiarcos as well. It's weird. I said in the last stream, I was like, how are we only just a few points clear of these teams when we've been flying through the league? Absolutely flying. A tiny little wobble. We've just about fixed it. And now, okay, fine. First defeat of 2026. Get Delia Smith on the pitch with the megaphone. Who's the Larisa version of Delia Smith? That was not good. Oh, Gotsamidis is disheartened. Well, he's going to have to pick himself up, isn't he? Delio Smithos. Yeah. I should have known, to be honest, shouldn't I? I mean, the defeat's one thing. It's the Doumbia situation I'm more concerned about. Because obviously form's nowhere near dreadful. Do you know what I mean? Like, all right, we've gone 2 games without a win. Sound the alarms. But it is now the first time we've dipped in about 10 games. So yeah, I think it is time to panic. Let's look at possible replacements. Yeah. I suppose what we're thinking, what we've got though, is that he's going to be leaving in the summer, isn't he? Paul Ward was good at taking penalties. He was good at taking penalties, actually. So he's only really going to be leaving in the summer. So we've got until June to replace him. Sadly, Paul Ward was a new gen though. That's the issue, isn't it? Yes, but Fixstyle. Imad Scali. João Costa. I mean, João Costa looks like what we need. Finishing 12 to 20, determination, acceleration, 6'2", 20 years old, Portuguese, no wage contribution or João Costa could be the guy. Okay, players who have come in have decided to retire. Thanks. Thanks for that. That's beautiful. Doombia's gone to Standard Liège. Fair enough. Like, it's a shame. It's a shame to lose him, but 11 and 22, he gets a goal every other game. So we've done it once, we'll do it again. Did they get sick of your management? You thought retirement was the only option. Yeah, and they were only on trial as well, JLR. They weren't even like actually part of the team. So yeah, that's disappointing with Doumbia, but never mind. Mean Wolf, what does it mean, build a nation? You stay at one club in the country forever? You don't have to stay in one club in the country forever, Mean Wolf, but what you want to try and do is you want to make the nation that you're managing in the best nation in that coefficient. So for me, we're going to look to try and take Greece to be the best nation in Europe. We want them to be the best in terms of coefficients. We want to be the top of coefficients. We want to take them above the Premier League and above the La Liga and Serie A, Bundesliga, that sort of thing. Ideally, we'd like to win an international trophy with Greece as well, but it's a long process, and it's not a quick fix. So we're going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here all of FM24 Will we build that nation? I don't know. People who've done building nations a lot, like second yellow card. I think he got second. Like he got the nation up to second in Europe, so he does it a lot. This is my first go at it, so I'm not expecting to get second. So we'll see how we get on with it, but I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. Back yourself, we're getting first. There we go. There we go. See, Mike builds me up, and then George just like, you're getting those excuses in early, aren't you? Like, yeah, okay, fair enough. A bit of both. Like, you never know. We could do this. We could get it done. Let's just see what happens. Got some Anidis is wanted by OFI, who we've of course decided not to go and interview for. Are you moving to top 4 clubs in Greece? Ideally, we want to take. So we're saying that we're not going for a 1 club save. Ideally, we'd like to take Larisa into the top division. That would be fun. Do that because we want to kind of help bring a good team into the nation. So that's the plan. To be honest, we're Greece in the coefficients while trying to get in the top flight. We're currently 13th, so still quite a way to go. We haven't even overtaken the Swiss league yet. So, yeah, it's going to take a while. Either all in or quit now. We're all in. We're going to be here for ages. It's going to be fine. We'll get first if we declare war on England. Oh, I like that idea. Go to the closing at the end of the cycle. Hey, now. Hey. That is a reasonable shout. It's a reasonable shout. Petralis can come out for Liavas. Or is he not whinging as much now? No, he's still a bit upset, isn't he? Ottoman looks tired. And now he's only a 3-star as well. So try not to overthink this as well. Right, João Costa can go on the bench. It's a foreign player again. In fact, you know what? First thing I'm going to do is replace him with taking Dumbia out. Yeah, I mean business. Well, JJ. Well, unfortunately, JJ is not in this universe, shall we say? So we're not going to shoot ourselves in the foot with Dumbia forever, but we're playing Khalitha. Let's see what João Costa's got in his locker, shall we? Costarius launches it. Jean's beaten in the air. Is this who Cletus is managing? Khalitha? I think it is, isn't it? Demishan, the Abbas, balls inside. Costa lays it back. Jean. Oh, it's all right. Costa. The Abbas got the captain's armband on as well. Super Mario out to Demishan. Cuts it back in. Hopefully a better option bringing back former clubs to the Super League. I mean, we can keep doing that, to be honest. Oh, it's top tap down. Costa, how's he missed that? Califia. All right, okay. Thank you. Yeah, pronunciations are not quite my strong point. Trab in with a follow. Appreciate you, buddy. Very kind. Thank you for that. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Great ball in, by the way. Jean floats it up. Super Mario with a header onto the top of the crossbar. Right, let's just do it. We're not gonna lose this league title. Let's just. Is it this attack? This the problem? Yes, it is. Yeah, this the last 2 games. Yes. Every other game, no. No, it's just a blip. It's all it is a blip. You know, now that I realise we played second place. Oh, off the post. Oh. The struggle will now make the eventual triumph all the more satisfying when you get there. Yes, exactly. I hope we get Antonaratus Jameson this year. Yes, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? Antonidas, Jamesonidas. Demichan. Oh, keeper's going to play an absolute blinder, isn't it? It's Doombia's fault. Yeah. He's turned all of them against us. I think we might just have to push up just a tiny bit more. That's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those. I mean, look, 14 shots, 1 on target. If we can't hit the target, we're not going to score goals, right? Super Mario's not playing well, right? Go on then. Get Ottoman on. Didn't you play in Holland, if I'm correct, at Vitesse Arnhem? Incorrect. He's a 19-year-old Marleyan who played for the Black Stars, and that was it. On this game, anyway. For he is a new gen, I believe. I see flicked on. No one's there, though. Lawless back inside. Sideris. Apostolarchus wins it back. Godzimanides. Salu. Demishan. Ottoman. Back inside. Gives it ball away again. Ball through. Great finish. Kuntaritos. There we go. There's the leveller. He's not Saru Dumbia. Exactly. Kuntaritis. Great finish at the back post. Using his right foot as well, which probably shouldn't. Pray for a Greek Portuguese new gen need Hugh Sabio. I thought we'd give away a penalty then. Salute. Costa. Jean. Cuts the byline. Heads over the top. Jameson Irish whiskey. Yes. I presume I get access to some of the fortune. The Avas. Gotsanamidis. Demishan. Apostolarchus. The Avas. Cleared away. Salifu. Apostolarchus whips it in. Oh, God. Why have we headed it over the top? Mix it up. Oh, you're going back through the list of other Greek teams, Mona, right? I think there's a lot of teams that have obviously fallen on hard times. Kuntaritos makes it 2-1. Let's not say that the tactic wasn't the problem just yet. Not just yet. Great ball back in. Heads at the back post. He scored with his right foot. He scored with his head. Can he get the perfect? Who knows? Probably not. Salou gives the ball away. That'll do. Keep the ball. Panios stick out. OFI Crete. Oh, quiet possession and position. Oh, for God's sake, it's Gotsanamidis again, isn't it? He's always causing problems, that boy. Here, gets tight, misses it, and then there's just problems. And he's got no idea where he's looking, no idea. And then he runs off Dieng. Heracles are the oldest club in Greece. Jean back inside. Liavas. Ottoman with a decent effort. Ottoman. Kunderitas left foot. Perfect hat trick. What a finish as well. Absolutely stunning goal. He's got the perfect hat trick. Left foot, right foot, head. Pick this one out. In off the underside of the bar. What a strike. Yes, get your Uzos out, lads and lasses. What a finish that is. Smash a plate. Smash a plate, grab a trifle. Liavas. Out to Kunderitas. Offside. I mean, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Tempted to make another change, actually. In fact, to be honest, Kunderitas can now have all the applause if he wants. Give him a hero's send off. Do that, try and just pack the midfield a bit more. Konstantokopoulos. Ottoman. Has a go, charges forward. Oh, yes. Skipper does it. 4-2. Told you the formation wasn't the problem. What about that? Ottoman driving through. Smacks it in the bottom. Puts us back on top of the league. Konstantokopoulos. Aspiensen. Out to Jean. Blocked. Corner. Cross comes in. Keepers come for it. Keepers do seem to collect a lot more, I think. Oh, Knickers are not in a twist. Yeah, yeah. Let's unpress that panic button now. Oh, 4-3. Take it back. Maybe there is still an issue. Is it Jean's fault? Does Jean get beaten? Yeah. He's beaten in the air, and keeper's then a bit unsighted. Is our backup goalkeeper as well, remember? Charlo have got themselves, looks like a winner. Ball at the top, Costa doesn't get it. Well blocked. Not unhappy. It's the perfect description. 6 minutes of time added on. Can we finish this one off? Hopefully. Tap the watch, ref. Tap the watch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. You don't need to keep going. That'll do. That'll do. That's a hard earned, but we've made that far more difficult than it needed to be. 5 shots on target, 4 goals, but 23 that didn't. Unbelievable. Let's go Crimson Horses. Exactly. We're back on. See, we've yeah. Panic's over. Right. Top 2 go up. Somehow we've lost 4 games now rather than 3. Fine. Not a problem. Ajalo won 1-0. 85th minute. It's a big moment, that. Getting the goal right at the death. Um, 15 games to go. Yeah, I think that's how many it works out, right? Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15 matches to go. So we should get another couple done tonight, which means we might probably, if we're super quick, we might be able to get the season done tomorrow night, because I think we're gonna have to stream tomorrow. Because obviously I'm not about on Friday because I'm gigging. So yeah, I'll see if Mrs. J will be okay with us doing tomorrow. I think she'll be fine with that. Literally riding the title on a horse. I'm happy enough. I still think we've got it in us to do it. Do have to play them again. We don't play Ajalo again. We beat them 4-1 the first half of the season. Then we've lost 3-1 there. Kalamata are 6th. Ayanakhos are 11th. Bottom, 17th. 14th. 9th. 7th. 8th. Like 4th. 13th. 15th. 3rd. 19th. 18th. 5th. So we, the board are happy. The board are happy. You know? We should be alright. Less analysis, more clicks. I love this. Like, don't look at anything. Don't look at anything. Just get it done. Just get it done. Like, don't pretend like you know what any of this means. just we're here to get to the end of the season, right? Oh, now Doombia knows how to speak Greek. Brilliant. It's very kind of a minute to be like, oh yeah, I've taken all your money, and now it turns out I don't actually want to even learn Greek. Singaris wants 1.4. I mean, we don't need another centre midfielder now, but he would have been good. Spacebar manager. That's what we have to do now, isn't it, right? Spacebar, sprint, score, secure promotion. Yes, of course. Sprint, goal, run. Sprint, run, goal. Greeks one day happy, the next day not happy. I know. I know. I'm becoming very much accustomed to this now. Hey, boss, I can speak Greek now. Too bad I'm leaving. It felt very much like that, didn't it, Ian? And he told me in Greek as well. I was like, where did you learn that? And he said, oh, yeah, Greek lessons and that. Don't need them now. Bye. Right. Cheers, pal. If that is indeed your real name, which I've got no reason to doubt it isn't. So, okay, fine. Dumbia's gone. Sad, obviously, but I know. Ajalo beat Macedonicus. Our match was postponed, so we're now going to be playing catch up. Oh. Twitchy bum time. Yeah, that's the name of the stream. To be honest. We've got a 5-point lead over third, have we? Oh yeah, we have. But we're 4 points behind Ajalo. Oh. Fans are still unconvinced, which is really weird given like how we're doing in the league. They're like, yeah, but like fans are like football fans. We can't really be trusting them for their opinions, can we? So Ionicus and Kalamata coming up next 2 games, both away from home as well. 2 teams get promoted. Meanwhile, 2 teams. So hopefully one of those teams will be us. That's what we're hopeful. Where Ajalo predicted to finish. 12th. We're expected to win by a country mile. So Ajalo are overachieving. Also, look at this. The team of the year is basically us. So it's a case of this season or not, really, isn't it? I think we are definitely favourites for promotion. Let's bring Doumbia back in. We had him out on strike last week. Well, not strike, but we basically thought, right, you know what? You need to sit on the bench and think about what you've done. Gonna get emotional if we go up. Oh, yeah, same. Like I'm all for it. If we do it, I'll ask Mr. J if we can buy some cheap plates. Rock and Roller, how are you, buddy? One question. I'm on the end of the first season with Blythe. I need to extend the expiring contracts to the team before the 30th of June. I'm going to get asked on the 30th as well. You'll get asked. They'll tell you that their contracts are up, and if you don't sign them, then the contracts will just roll on a month to month. Or they won't, and they'll just leave. So yeah, but you do get asked about that. So definitely worth a look at. But hope you're well, buddy. How's the situation with the face generator, by the way, since the update? Have you had problems with it? Because again, I went close to downloading it again today, and I was like, you know what? Like, I've heard that there's like issues with the ID tags and stuff, and then I was like, I still need to just get the one that just does it all and updates. I'm not messing about on my own. I'm not doing individual ones. And to be fair, I still don't even think we need it. But I was playing the Blind Spartan save the other day, and I realised I had one player who has a picture. No one else does. Penalty, ref, come on. No, apparently not. Change a single line of code to work with the new IDs. I mean, that sounds a lot like me. It sounds like I'm about to delete the internet if I do that. ID issue is an easy fix. That word easy is doing a lot there, isn't it? That's word perfect. Okay, right. Well, you might have to tell me what I need to do then, rock and roller. Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5? Doumbia picks the ball up. Kuntaritas back inside. Salou. Jean. Back into Salou. Turns. Fires it. Good save. We have ID tag situation in Cyprus. Lots of fans that are not up to that one and watch games on TV. That sounded interesting what you're talking about. Oh, there's so it's a face scan, or new GAN it's called, isn't it? There's like a face generator essentially for your new gens in game, because some people still think that they don't look particularly brilliant. So some people have started working on this sort of like piece of software that will AI generate your new faces. No, I've got no face packs in at all, Roller, no. Not a thing. I mean, they'll be like the standard face packs. They're just like, which is whatever's already in the game, or whatever I had from a previous FM. Oh, finished by Super Mario. Disallowed. But it's like, I've not got any of these sort of like new fancy faces and that. I've not done that. It's like another 40 gig or something I don't need to put in the game. Don't look particularly brilliant is a very British way of describing it. Yes. I'm good like that, aren't I? Terribly. Oh, hello. Is this fence taken? You might have sit on it. Good ball through. Super Mario pulls it back. Doumbia. Nobody cheer him. Nobody cheer him. Only joking. Let's cheer him. Let's enjoy him while he's still here. Yeah. Got to be happy that he came to us in the first place, to be honest. Is Cyprus football together with the Turkish part of Cyprus or not? No idea. No idea. I mean, Wolf, we're working a totally new GAN manager for the first test. Really promising. We get faces by country, not region. I mean, again, that's something that I don't understand. So maybe you tell me how to do that one instead. He's not an anchor, he's playing up front. Hey. Liminos. Back inside. Oh. I like mine, just except one of them looks a little bit Japanese. But aren't you playing in Japan though, Monret? Demi-chan nods it down. Demi-chan wins it back. Challenged by Salou. Doumbia. Super Mario. Pulled back in. Comes down to Kuntaritas. Oh, it's another one. Man's on fire right now. You should use a new GAN face pack. I probably should be in love after that. I mean, like, so I started downloading it, and then after that, I just got confused, because I was like, Zidan's video says it's 2020, then the new GAN thing says it's 2023, the post 2023, but the app looks like it's 2020, and I was just like, I don't know. At that point, I was just like, nah, I've had enough. If it's not ridiculously easy, then it's nah. I need an adult to do it for me. Salut Demishan. In Liavas. Salut, go for it. Oh, see, also remember, Salut's out of contract in the summer as well. And he's also not particularly keen on signing a new deal either. So we might end up losing him as well. But we locked Dieng down though. So at least we've got one in. Now 2 centre halves right now. Both got buyout clauses of £3 million. Dieng. Speak of the man. There he is. Gets his head on it. I'm the same time. I looked at it and thought, I looked at the faces, and that's as far as I got. Yeah, 100% Ian. 100%. Other ones look sort of Mediterranean, good-looking lads. Nice. 10 minutes work for hundreds of hours of joy. It's really not complicated. I mean, yeah, but you made it, Rock Roller. That's straightforward. That's like me saying, oh, you know what? Hey, it's only a 2-hour stand-up show. It's easy. Like, you know, it's a 200 kilo deadlift. Just lift it. You know what I mean? I can do it. Why can't you lot not do it? You know, it's not. If it's your skill set, absolutely, it's easy. How do you not know the answer to that question? Because it's not something I've ever learned. You know. Oh, come on, Tony. Everyone knows Taylor Swift songs. No, not me. Right, there, right. Nomadic Striker, you use it. Okay, right, you might have to explain it to me then. I mean, no, I'm not going to. The work looks great. The end product looks fantastic. But how I do it, I don't know. I also don't trust myself to go fiddling with bits and pieces. I feel like I'd delete the internet. Which, to be fair, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. If the internet went and we started again, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm happy to help. Just needs 10 minutes at a time. Okay, right. We'll book 10 minutes. We'll book half an hour in. Rock Roller. So that's 10 minutes to explain. 10 minutes for me to do, and then 10 minutes for me to go back and do it again. To be like, no, you've definitely done this wrong. Any more than 30 minutes and Tony doesn't care. And it's not that Tony doesn't care, it's just Tony loses concentration after that. Like, after 30 minutes, it's got to be really, really worth my time. Even JM Thoughts, welcome in, buddy. How are we, pal? After 30 minutes, I get hungry, so... Super Mario back for Dumbia, blocked out, unfortunately. Jean with an effort over the top. Am I a football fan myself? Yeah, I'm a Sunderland fan, Mean Wolf. But I don't talk about the other team. Don't talk about Newcastle. Giving up now just makes me angry. So I'm definitely not talking about things like the FA Cup. How are we doing? In real life or in game, Jam? Because in real life, yeah, pretty good, decent enough. In game, yeah, pretty good, decent enough. We were first, we've now slipped to second, sadly. So that's a bit disappointing, but never mind. Oh, see, now I'm gonna start with this. Oh yeah, now it's gonna take longer because I'm German. Like, yeah, I figured. My accent's hard to understand. Yeah, I love the way that I'm the one to blame here. Just like, yeah, to be honest, Tony, I don't understand a word you say. Like, yeah, reasonable. But I figured that, Rock Roller. We're definitely going to need a bit of time. Your club's friendly with Sunderland. You're a Rotterdam fan. Feyenoord, yes. Yes, they are. There is a friendliness there between those two clubs. So, cracking club, Feyenoord. So, yeah. How are they getting on? Are they doing well? Are they doing badly? A Dutch save would be fun, wouldn't it? Love the documentary on Netflix about Sunderland. Yeah, it was good. It was very, very good. It's also a bit sad because like they didn't do very well at that time, but it was eye opening. You know what I mean? And it was the thing is it was true. That's the problem. There's a lot of truth in that documentary. So it was it's frustrating. It's frustrating being from the northeast and being a Sunderland fan. So, but hey, that's what football's about, right? You know, not everyone can win. There's only one team who can win, and hardly anybody wins, really. Where's this Greek national job? Nowhere yet. Dutch dreams, Dutch only save FM25, get in the diary. Okay. Can we start with where would it be? Like, what would be the small second division Dutch team we'd have to start with? Like Mad FM did the Harlem Globetrotters. That was pretty cool. We're not going too good lately. We do have a good team. We're the last Dutch club to win a prize. You win the UEFA Cup against Dortmund. I mean, that is definitely worth shouting about. So I'd be happy. I'd be proud of that. Go ahead, Eagles. Oh, nice. What about ADO Den Haag? I'm only saying that because I saw an ADO Den Haag shirt going on Depop the other day. And I was like, maybe. So up against Kalamata now. Orteman's still on the bench, by the way. Second match in a row. Pierre Van Hooijdonk, good player, bad person. Yes, that is true. Road of glory. I like it. I like that. See, Novichko asking the questions that I go for. Do I just download it and then it works? Like, no. Good blocks. Here, Renveen, near, far, wherever you are, could do that. Second division Dutch isn't bad at the moment. Willem II, Groningen, NAC Breda, Roda JC. Yeah, see? Quite a few teams in there, actually. I suggested arranging friendlies against the Dutch teams named after Greek legends. You could manage one of them, Heracles. Right, let's try and get a Dutch link-up club. We've got Ian Robin in as our head of youth development now, so we're going to end up with loads of Dutch Greek players. It's going to be perfect. We could sign loads of Scottish players at Willem II and become Willem Wallace. Demishan, Apostolakis. Back to Ntol. Salou. Dieng. Delijanidis. Gives the ball away. He does do that, doesn't he? He does do that, Delijanidis. What's happening with Ajalo at this point? Super Mario. Demishan. Over the top. Super Mario. Knocked it down. Doumbia, Super Mario. Visited England before Corona went to Northampton. I mean, that's a documentary right there, isn't it? From Rotterdam to Northampton. Lovely little town. It is. It's a nice little town, is Northampton. Right, what's the score like? Still can't see. Kunteritos, Demishan. Kunteritos straight into defenders. Postelakis picks it up. Never heard anyone say that Northampton's lovely before. Same, but, you know. A friend of mine, her sister's getting married. Oh, there you go. Oh, she works for Northampton Football Club. Oh, cool. Ball in. Doumbia doesn't get the end of it. Oh, Salihu on the volley from outside the area. If we get a win, we move top here. Come on, boys. Let's do this. We need this 3 points. Put us back on the top of the table by the end of the stream. That's what we need. Super Mario, Demishan. Gives it away. Tempted to bring Kunteritos off, actually. Well, Mario. Maybe. Salihu gives the ball away. Savajas. Menendez. Chasing on. Let's go. I know. We need to do something, don't we? Let's go. Positive. Counter pressing on. Distribute quickly. Super Mario's on a 6-5. Kunteritos is on a 6-4. Super Mario might score though. But then he has got 4 goals in his last 2 games. I might just be tired. Let's put Ottoman on. Good ball in, headed over the top. The Avas maybe needs to come off as well. Possibly. Constant Karopoulos can come on. Demand a bit more. I feel that maybe demanding more wasn't the right option. Doumbia gets away. Demishan. Yes, let's arrange a Discord call, Rock Roller. Absolutely. Demishan's through. Oh! What a finish. What a finish. There we go. That's what we needed. What a counter-attack. Demishan cuts inside. You can tell that Arjen Robben's at the club now. Bottom corner. 1-0. Great finish. That should theoretically move us back top. It does. Now, of course, we've got to worry because we're leaving ourselves exposed. Here's Demishan. Ottoman. Salihu. Demishan. Ball's in. Wins a throw-in. Wait till this highlights over and then drop the lines a bit. Pick the ball up, Ottoman. Everyone's running each other's way. Ottoman with the effort. Right, take that back off. Back down to standards. Great 80s synth sounds. Oh yeah, you gotta get your 80s on. Roll eyes like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Calamata's nickname is the Black Storm. Really? That's quite a cool nickname. and tall. Doumbia. Ottoman puts it wide. Doumbia whips the corner in. Not away. Oh. Not away. That'll do. A little bit of a deflection. Let's make another change. Stick another defensive midfielder in. Lock that up a bit. Ottoman floats it over. Heads over the top. I know it's only 1-0, so I'm getting a bit... It's like, oh, it's a bit squeaky bum time. I know Calamata are like sort of in the top 6, but even still, it would be nice to sort of, you know, be close to ticking something off, right? Rulanakis. Back inside. Pulls it with Doumbia on his own. Demishan. Cuts to the byline. Ball's crossed in. Doumbia doesn't go for it. Ottoman leaves it. Back inside, Salou. Lovely ball. Demishan. Oh. Oh. That's what we're talking about. What a finish. I think AEK are lefties, aren't they, Monoret? And the monsters of Larisa are as well. What a cheeky little dink by Demishan. Great reverse ball by Salou. As I say, Demishan's been a cracking little loan signing, hasn't he? He's a good player. Very, very good player. I don't know. I don't think we'll get him next year. But if we do, definitely go back in for him. Yeah. Right, now we are top Ian, but we're now playing bottom of the table away from home. So it was fun while it lasted. Once we get promoted, Bayern Munich 2's a gold mine of signings. Yeah, I think so. Ottoman's considering his options again. Even in Brazilian Fury, how are we? Greece is treating us well. I mean, if you don't count the fact that our star striker's just left on a free transfer at the end of next season, but we are still top. We are still top, so that's good. But we're about to play the bottom team, so we'll probably end up losing that one. We've got no youth team. We have got a youth team, but they're but their players are crap. So I'm not really putting much faith in the youth at this point. Right, Jean's back. Steljanidis can go back on the bench. Marcus Gianni still not back yet. I'll be fine. Born in England, moving staying in Greece. Okay, Doumbia's leaving. Yeah, fortunately, Franco. Yeah, he's gone to. He's off to Standard Liège in the summer. He's going on a free transfer. How gutting's that? He's refused to sign a new contract with us. He was just like, nah, I'm not having it. And I was like, okay. It would have been great had he stayed until the end of the season and at least given us the opportunity to get promoted and then be like, right, do you want to go now? Do you want to stay? Like, that would have been, but yeah, sadly not. So he's basically gone on a free because he signed in January last year, so he only had like 6 months essentially. But he'd obviously signed an 18-month contract, so he didn't. So January to last year, fine, nice and easy. We tried to renew his contract in the summer. He wasn't having any of it, and we've tried to renew it at various points this season before getting to January because we figured, hey, we could lose him for free in January. And he's just decided he wants to go. So it's a shame. He scored a goal every other game. It would have been nice to have got some money for him, but it's not like it cost us anything. That's the only way I can look at it, is he didn't cost us anything. He's come in and now he's left. And like, be happy that he was here for a little bit. Even if he's now no longer here, be happy that he was there. Equal exchange, yeah. Great ball in, headed away. Super Mario with a header, offside, and injured, so he's coming off anyway. Same way you got him, basically. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like basically we got him because the Black Stars couldn't renew his contract, so we came swooping in and did that. So we reaped what we sow. Has he got us promoted? He certainly got us up there in the mix. So he's done what he's had to do. If we get promoted, whatever cash comes in, then we'll say that's part of his transfer fee, because he's obviously generated that money that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Salou Faye is also potentially in that situation where he's out of contract in the summer, so hopefully if we get promoted, that'll help him stay. But Dieng's agreed a new deal, so that's great, and he's got a buyout clause, so that's kind of how we hoped it would have been. Dieng. It seems like every time we mention that he's re-signed his contract, he nods in another goal. So Costa nods it down. Dieng taps it in. So the idea of Doumbia leaving next season. Imagine that's it. So say he goes to Standard Liège and doesn't like it. We get promoted to the Greek top division. Then what? Maybe he does a Jan Via. Leaves after pre-season. So exactly, loan him back. I mean, he's not going to be the first talent that we find that we're going to end up losing. So I suppose that there is that. It gets us used to players leaving the club from the start of the save. But it would have been more beneficial for him to have gone to AEK possibly. But we're not quite at that level yet, are we? Costa. No one else went in for him. In fact, we should have maybe offered him out. In hindsight, we probably should have done that, shouldn't we? But then we'd have lost him like in January completely. Salou drills it wide. Kunta rips it in. Dieng with a header. Actually, yeah, we should have offered him out. Damn it. Never thought of that. It's all Petralis. Up to Doumbia. Inside, Salou. Sean. Salou. As a goal, good effort. Saved again. It's fairly quiet first half, this one, to be honest. Yeah. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Just go back out, finish that, get the 3 points. Done. Doumbia, Jean, Contreras. Oh, bends it off the bottom of the off the foot of the post. Knock it down. Cleared away. Just tied it up nicely. Corner kick. Doumbia whips it in. Dimitradis. Corner kick for the horse here. Cleared away. Yeah, hopefully we can just sort of just see this one out, to be honest. He says, having made a defensive change. Rodelix, come on. Jean down the line. Contreras taps it in. João Costa gets his first goal for the club. Great cutback. "3-0 keeps us top. Oof. Contreras gets another one. Now we're playing like champions again, he says. Where did Costa come from? We loaned him in. Yeah, we loaned him in from Benfica. No, Braga. Braga in the January. So he was a recommendation, I think, from director of football. He's 6 foot. He's got decent sort of physical attributes. He's more of an advanced forward than a pressing forward. So theoretically, he comes in and replaces Doumbia. I mean, obviously, Doumbia is still here, but in the event that he loses form or gets injured or gets tired, he can slot straight in. So nice to see that he's actually managed to get himself a goal. So that's the important thing, to be honest. Oh, he's just put it wide. "10 points clear of third as it stands." Okay. A little bit of daylight between ourselves then. Which is absolutely what we need. Let's hopefully just wait for the final whistle here. Picks the ball up. Salu Costa. So I don't know if you've noticed as well, by the way, but because of the way the midfield's set up, you see how we're winning the ball back quickly. That's exactly how it's exactly how it's designed to be. Oh, Agel just can't lose, can they? They can't. I think they already have. Or at least they've certainly dropped a point. So happy with that. That puts us back top of the table. Ajalo did win. But they must have drawn another game previously. Because we're now top of the table by 1. Yeah, they drew. They drew in their last match. So, I mean, look at that. They've not lost since November. They're on form. Once you're pressing level to win the ball back quickly. We're not really pressed up that high, to be honest, I don't think. I think we are, like, sort of 3/4 of the way through. So, yeah, like, we're on more often rather than, like, full. And we also don't have counter press on. So we're just, like, literally just getting ourselves into decent position, win the ball back, and then look to break. So we're not, like, forcing a press. We're not forcing errors either. So we're definitely getting there. We're definitely getting there. I just think because we've got hard-working players in this area that it's really working for us. So at the moment, we need to rewatch the Tactics FM team. My team is struggling at the moment. Get it done. Get it done. That's what we need to do. That's fun then. So we've got, what, 12 games, 13 games left to go? Hopefully we can finish the season tomorrow. 38 games. 12 games. We could do 12 games tomorrow night. Right. Bring snacks tomorrow. It's going to be great. We're going to go and do a raid now. Appreciate everyone who's been in tonight, of course. Senchu Void is in a relegation battle. Go and give him some love. He's got a couple of matches to go. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much again for all the support. We're going to win the league tomorrow night.